Hi there. This is Nick, your steadfast advocate for streaming devices, and I would like to welcome you to my channel, the one stop for the best reviews in TV boxes, mini PCs and accessories. On today's video I have a new TV box sporting the new Allwinner H603 CPU and the previous Mali T720 GPU. Presenting the X96H. And this is their quad-core Allwinner H603 Android 9 4K TV box. It's nice to see Allwinner making a comeback after they struggled to make an impact in early March this year with their H6 CPU, and let's see if they can add some competition to the already dominated eMMc TV box market. So after the break, I have a full review of its hardware and features, along with benchmark performance scores and live demonstrations. So stay tuned, that's coming up next. Welcome back, and thanks for staying with us. So this is the box it comes in. And there is absolutely no information about the product printed anywhere, with the exception of the logo printed to the top. So I will do a quick unboxing and return to its specs during the system and hardware information segment. So the contents of the box remain the same as in most boxes. You have the TV box itself. You get an infrared remote, one HDMI cable, a 5 volts 2 amps DC power adapter, and the user's manual. Let's take a look at its design and what ports we have on this box. The body is made of plastic, with the X96H logo printed to the top. To the rear of the box, you have 2 HDMI ports, an input and an output. 1 Ethernet LAN port, 1 optical audio port, 1 audio-video port, 1 USB port, a power button, and a DC power input jack. To one side, you have 1 USB 2.0 port, 1 USB 3.0, and a microSD card reader. To the other side you have some cooling vents. To the front, you have an LED clock display. And below the box, you have no cooling vents. I will now set this up on my 4K TV and capture card and continue. So I have connected the box. And as you boot up for the first time, you will see the X96H boot up animation for a few seconds. Then you're taken directly to the launcher. So here we are at the launcher. It has a simple design much like what we're used to in most TV boxes, with large main function buttons that cannot be changed, and a shortcuts bar at the bottom. The launcher doesn't have a navigation bar or status bar for easy navigation and multitasking with an air mouse, and you'll have to use the menu button app and the Snowball app as an alternative. Links to these apps and how to install them can be found in the description area. Features of the firmware include 4K display resolution up to 2160p at 60 Hz, HDR display settings, audio format output selector, surround sound settings, and digital audio pass-through settings. And the rest of options are your usual system settings. There are no root switch settings, Dolby Atmos, or Dolby Vision settings. In the apps section, they pre-installed the AirScreen app, Chrome browser, wireless updates, KD Player, Miracast, Netflix, the Google Play Store, and YouTube. I will now add some apps of my own needed to complete my review. So I'm back. And to begin this segment, I will test if alternative launchers work on this box. I installed my usual ADW launcher too, and it works with all features like long-click pop-up menus and drag-and-drop shortcut feature. Next, I will test if screen rotation works on this box. After checking all the rotation settings, screen rotation does not work on this box. I will now show its root access information. And it shows that the box is rooted, running on Android 9 operating system. This means that you have the freedom to install any app or sideload any APK without restriction. And a gentle reminder to all persons watching this video not to try to modify or update the Super User app, as it will put your box into a permanent boot loop, where only a flash of the firmware can restore it. I now show its DRM information. The X96H has Google Widevine Level 3 and no HDCP protection. This means that Netflix and Amazon Prime will only show in standard 480p quality. Let's look at its system and hardware information. The manufacturer of this box is Allwinner, and the model is the X96H Pro. It comes with 4 GB of DDR3 RAM, and 64 GB of internal storage, from which this is the remainder. The Bluetooth version is 4.1, indicated by the 4+, and I will connect a device to this later in the video. The CPU is the quad-core ARM Cortex-A53 CPU running up to 1.4 GHz in 32-bit mode. The CPU is the H603, and it is configured with 32-bit ABIs. The display is powered by the ARM Mali T720 graphics processor, with a refresh rate of 60 Hz and OpenGLES version 3.1, which is not the best option for gaming. Under network, it shows that the box has dual-band 2.4 and 5 GHz Wi-Fi support. Under Android information, it shows that the box is running on Android 9 operating system, and it also shows that the box is rooted. Under thermal information, it shows that the box is running between 60 to 70 degrees Celsius under normal operation, and we will monitor to see if this temperature affects the performance of the box. The box comes with codecs for playing 4K videos, and I will test its Dolby and DTS audio features in a moment. And that's it for system and hardware information, and let's see how it does in the benchmark segment and where it fits on the rankings chart. First, I showed the results of the RAM copy speed and the internal storage read and write speed. The results showed that the box has a RAM copy speed of 2,855 megabytes per second. The internal storage has a read speed of 108 megabytes per second and a write speed of 80. This is a low score, and it scored much lower than recent boxes. Next, I have the results of the Wi-Fi and LAN speed test. The X96H has maximum download speed only on the 5 GHz band. The 2.4 band fell slightly below the maximum speed by 28%. And the LAN port fell even further by 39%. I now show the results of the Antutu benchmark, the score that I use to reference boxes on my chart. The X96H got a score of 47,681. And this is a low score, and we will see how it places on the chart. The CPU benchmark shows that the box got a Geekbench 4 score of 632 single-core, and 1,333 multi-core. This score is average compared to recent boxes. The final score is the Ice Storm Extreme and the Slingshot GPU graphics benchmark. In this test, the box got a score of 4,161 in the Ice Storm Extreme, and 139 in the Slingshot test. Another average score for this box, and we will see how it pans out in the gaming segment. So after updating the scores, the X96H placed at position number 33 in reference to Antutu scores, and this is as a result of the low CPU clock speed. From these results, the Allwinner H603 has very little improvement from the H6 CPU. So to start testing its entertainment features, I will start with streaming. For users of Netflix, Amazon Prime Video and other paid premium streaming services, the X96H can only play them in standard 480p quality, due to the lack of required Google Widevine DRM support. The Android TV version of YouTube comes pre-installed, but you have to update it or else it wouldn't work correctly. After updating it, you can play YouTube videos in 4K quality, but the 2160p resolution has some issues, so you will have to stay at 1440p quality. I will now play some 4K video samples.
and only a win for Barca would be enough, because it would give them the same number of points as Atletico, but the head-to-head goal difference is what...
Welcome to the inside of your head.
Some of the samples played okay on the box's default video player, while the others, like those in Dolby Audio formats, played in the VLC player. The videos with Dolby Atmos froze up when I tried to play them, and I couldn't get any of the videos to play in HDR format. So the 4K video playback experience on this box is not the best. Given the results of the last test, I will skip the test for Dolby Atmos and DTS audio because it's pointless if it has issues playing Dolby Atmos videos. Instead, I will proceed with some Android games and test for keymapping capability and overheating.
First blood.
Oh, it has to be. Could it be? What a good way to score. Minute.
Yeah, he kept on his toes as well. Really good stop.
Here he is with a chance. Got to be. Wonderful finish.
So the games played okay and I was able to use gamepad keymapping apps. However, the box runs hot in the 80s during gaming, and graphics rendering is not of the highest quality. In summary, the new X96H sporting the new Allwinner H603 CPU managed to perform better than its previous H6 chipset, but the hardware still didn't make the grade, and it falls into the category of budget TV box. They are still struggling to raise the CPU clock speed past 1.5 GHz due to insufficient cooling. The new design looks great, but they didn't provide sufficient cooling vents, resulting in some overheating during gameplay. As a TV box for streaming it works great, but as a gaming TV box I wouldn't recommend it. If you are interested in this box, see the link in the description area below this video. Thanks for watching. If the information provided in this video was of value, give it the thumbs up. If you have any questions about this box, leave a comment in the comments area or send me an email. And if you would like to see more videos, hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell to receive an email when I release